All right, welcome back to Me and You Outside. Hey, I just saw I put a video on there. You probably already seen it of me taking honey out of a bee tree, and just got that done. And I'm doing the second part of this video. This is part 2 of that particular video. But here's my big 5-gallon bucket full of honey. Now I'm just telling you, look at this honey right here. Come here, Brinley. Look at this. That is so good. It's unreal. That wild honey. That is a wild honey right there. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take all this honeycomb. Look at all this honeycomb. Look at all the honey. Look at that honey run down through there. I'm gonna take this honeycomb. I'm gonna smash it up real good. Squeeze it through a cloth, and we're gonna put it in jars. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that. And we're gonna preserve this honey and save this honey. There's bees still crawling around in this bucket. Look at that. They're everywhere. But that's all right. But this bucket right here is heavy. Now I don't know how heavy it is. I'm gonna weigh it. I'm gonna subtract the pound, because that's what a bucket weighs approximately. This is 33.5 pounds of honey, so about 32 pounds if you subtract the bucket. 32 pounds if you subtract the weight of a 5-gallon bucket, because the weight of a 5-gallon bucket is 2 pounds. So that means that's 31 pounds of honey right here. 31 pounds of honey out of that one tree. So that's pretty awesome. All right, we'll see you at the strainer. I'm going to strain this here in just a little bit. We might take it inside, might do it outside. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but that'll be the next part of the video. You see us getting ready to strain this and put it in jars. Get ready to eat it. All right, here we are in the kitchen now. Look at here. I got 5 gallons, as you have seen now. As you see, I got a bee that just fell off the honey into the floor, and I've got to pick him up. I have another one over here. And this is the way I do it right here. Suck him up. That's the only way to do it. Any more? Nope. I'll have to do that from time to time. I'll have to do that from time to time, because this honey's piled in here. When I was cutting that tree and pulling that honey out of there, as you see me do that, there was a lot of bees in that honey, and trying to scrape all them bees off. You couldn't get them all off there, so there's undoubtedly bees down in this bucket here, probably like crazy. Now the thing about when you strain this honey, I'm going to be straining this honey through this cheesecloth right here. And when you strain the honey through there, even though there may be dead bees in there or something, because it does happen, you're not going to get any part of that bee through this cloth at all. It's just not going to come through. Legs, wings, nothing can come through this cheesecloth, which is a good thing, right? All right, now here's what I'm doing. I'm putting this honey in here. Some good looking honey, I'm telling you. I'm putting this honey in here. I'm going to mash it up with a wooden spoon. It's not going to be easy to do. It's going to be a lot of work, because I'm going to do this right here. There's a piece of a leaf. I'm just going to try to get that out of here, only because I don't want it in my honey. Look at this. Take a bite of that, Sandy.
But I'm going to get a spoon.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Very good.
Let me try this. This is wild honey, folks. I mean, wild as it gets.
Wild and fresh. Very good. Very good.
Oh my! Here's Sandy. Take his last bite.
That's good.
Good. Man. So I'm gonna pulverize this honey like this, and then when I get it pulverized, it helps to squeeze a lot of this honey out. I'm going to take it and run it through that, and I'm going to squeeze it through that cheesecloth, and it's going to be quite an ordeal. It takes a lot of hand pressure. I'll squeeze it through the cheesecloth, and it'll extract all that honey out of this comb. I remember as a kid growing up, we used to rob bee trees, and my dad would make us kids go with him, And he was kind of he liked to play jokes on people, especially us kids. He would call us down to the bee tree. He'd say, hey, come down here. Us kids, we didn't know. We thought he needed something. So we would go down there toward the bee tree where he was harvesting the honey. And then bees would take out after us. And I remember running up a hill, slapping the top of my head because them bees were stinging me on top of the head. And my dad, you could hear him as far as I could run, laughing his head off. He thought that was so funny. What kind of a dad did I have anyways that would do that to his child? Well, that was him. But it was all good. Learn a lot through that kind of stuff, don't you? Enough honey in it. Ooh. All right, I'll show you how to strain this through the cheesecloth. All right, we're in the process of straining this honey. I just smashed that honey up really good. And you can see at the bottom of this pan here. Look at that. And I've already strained a little bit just to see how well this would work. It works pretty good. I have a cheesecloth bag right here. And we're doing it pretty simple, really. All we're doing is taking this bag and filling it up with honey. And the honeycomb, the smashed honey, like this right here. Just dropping it in there, 2 or 3 spoonfuls. Oh yeah. There you go, that's good right there, 2 good spoonfuls. Now you can see if I just hold it there, look at that honey dripping out there. And it's dripping out clean. Okay, this is clean honey right here. This bag is not, it's got real tight pores, and so everything just kind of gets strained big time. Look at that. I'm squeezing the pretty good hunk of drips of honey out of here. I just squeeze, 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 squeeze. So I'm not going to bore you with all this right here, but we'll get this bowl filled up here, and I'll put it in another bowl where we can pour it into jars, and we'll just do that. But that's what I'm going to keep doing, squeezing this honey through cheesecloth. I've already got probably a pint right here, and I haven't even touched the surface of that bucket. I'm telling you, I got 31 pounds of honeycomb there. I don't know how much it's going to make. We're real curious how much honey this is going to make. I look for it to make 8 or 10 pints, but we don't. Again, I don't have no way of knowing. So we're going to find out. And while you're watching this video, we already know. Anyways, what we're going to just keep doing, putting honey in here, squeezing it, squeezing it, squeezing it. And you can see this honey right here if you want to look at it. This is really clean honey. Now, it's dark. Why? Because it's the type of flowers that the bees got their nectar from. This is where you get different colors of honey. And this honey's pretty dark. Now, some of the honey in the bucket back there is light, but most of it's dark. I say 80% of it's dark honey, which is okay. And another thing that's kind of neat too, this came from our area right here, okay, close to where we live. And my wife has allergy issues, but if we eat this honey, it could help with allergies, okay? It could help. But we're gonna go ahead and eat it and love it regardless. So we'll be right back. Go to pouring this in jars. We'll see in just a flash. Well, here we are. A couple hours later, strained all that honey, and my goodness, that was a job. Now I kid you not, that was a job. And we got ourselves a big old pot right here. This is a big pot full of strained, clean honey. Now, something I want to show you about this honey, it's kind of interesting. This honey is so dark, it's unreal. It almost has a sorghum look to it. And I'll show you what I mean here. But if you know anything about honey, dark honey is actually high in antioxidants, and it's very, very good for you. Can you believe that? Dark honey is good for you. So let me show you this right here. I want to show you how dark it is. Okay? I'm going to hold it up to the light. You can't see through it at all. Look at that. Up that window. This is the darkest honey I think I have ever seen. But it has a great flavor. It really does. And they say dark honey is good for you. It has a lot more, 20 times more health benefits than light honey. I did not know that. 20 times more than light honey has. Dark honey. if that's the case, we're going to be the healthiest people in the United States of America, because this is the darkest honey I have ever seen in my entire life. But like I say, it's got a good flavor to it, and knowing that it's so good for you, it makes it a even more of a joy to eat. So what we're doing, we're putting them in these pint jars. I don't know how many pint jars I'll wind up with. Probably, according to what I've already got 2 pint jars, and you cannot tell I have taken any out of there. We're probably going to wind up with 10 pint jars of honey out of that tree. But we'll find out here when we get done. I get it all bottled up. I'll show you how many we got. 31 pounds of honey. How many pint jars we got out of that? It'll be kind of interesting. So there you go. Be right back. Got all the honey put in the jars. I'm just telling you, it was quite an ordeal. Here's what we wound up with. Check this out. These are pint jars right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pint jars. And 1, 2, 3, 4 half pint jars. So you could basically say I came out with about 13 pints is about what it would be. My friends, that's 31 pounds of honeycomb. That's what it takes to make 13 pints of honey. And that's a lot of honey. Again, it's dark, but dark honey is good for you. We're happy about this. So, well, there you go. Done with this. I tell you what, we had a good time. It was tough getting that honey out of that tree, but got it out of there, and the bees were able to stick to the side of that tree when we left. I'm thinking hopefully the queen would gather herself and they'd be able to find a new den. That's what I think probably happened, but we'll go back and check it in a few days and see what happened to them. But appreciate you watching this video. I just tell you, appreciate you subscribing to my channel, liking it, commenting, and all that stuff. And no matter where you're at in this world, my friends, have a good morning, good day, good night. And there's another video coming right around the corner.